Hello everyone, PS from PS Invest Plays here today. We're going to speak about why I bought 3 EV stocks that Wall Street is sleeping on and provide my price prediction for them by the end of 2021. Also, I'm going to speak about Bitcoin pullback, a 50% pullback. It has been trending sideways and how you can make money now by investing in Bitcoin and take advantage of this sideways movement. Also, I'll provide my price prediction for Bitcoin by the end of 2021. So stick around. I think you'll like what I have in store for you today. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and share this video with your friends and family. This helps me grow my YouTube channel and bring out this content out to my YouTube family. With that said, let's get started. Alright, the first EV stock that I bought is Build Your Dreams, ticker BYDDF. It's also called BYD. Now the reasons for recommending BYD are BYD sold 427,000 vehicles in 2020. They also sell gasoline-powered vehicles and EV vehicles. EV vehicles constituted 45% of their total sales. They sold 189,689 electric vehicles, which is approximately 190,000 electric vehicles. Now, this number is 45% more when you compare it with the sales of NIO, XPENG, and Li Auto combined. NIO, XPENG, and Li Auto sold 103,000 vehicles, and BYD sold 190,000 vehicles. The December 2020 sales saw 120% jump to 28,841 when you compare that with December 2019. Now these numbers are for electric vehicles only. Their EV and SUV model rank among the top 10 electric vehicles sold in China. And BYD is not just an EV company. They are not banking on some future businesses. They have these businesses operational with products and customers and are generating considerable revenue. They are in solar power. They're producing 50 million kilowatts. When you compare that with Tesla, Tesla is producing 153,000 kilowatts. BYD has full fleet of commercial vehicles, buses, school buses, public transport buses, and dump trucks in EV format. They also produce batteries and provide energy storage services. In future, they plan to build Skyrail in China and South America, and they have contracts in place. What is amazing about BYD is they produce chips and batteries for the EV vehicles that they sold, that they sell, which puts them in a very unique position when you compare BYD with its competitors like Tesla, NIO, XPENG, and Li Auto. Batteries is the most expensive component in an electric vehicle. Because BYD produces batteries, they are able to control their costs and thereby increase their profits. It's not surprising why Warren Buffett still owns 8% in this Chinese company. If we take a look at the technical chart, the RSI for BYD is in the oversold category. The stock is currently trading at $30. Now the catalyst for BYD would be its earnings, which are expected by the end of January or sometime in February. Another catalyst would be the continued sales. And with the sales increasing and the increased adoption in China, I think BYD stock price can jump to $126 by the end of 2021, which is a 320% upside potential for BYD stock. And that is the reason why I bought BYD stocks. The second one on the list is XPENG Inc. Ticker is XPEV. XPENG sold 27,000 electric vehicles in 2020. In December alone, they sold 5,700 electric vehicles, which is a growth of 326% when you compare it with 2019. And when you compare the December sales with November sales, it's a 35% growth. In Q4 2020, they have experienced a 303% increase or growth when you compare that with 2019 numbers. They sold 12,964 vehicles, approximately 13,000 vehicles in Q4 2020 alone, which is a growth of 51% when you compare it with Q3 2020. One of the major drivers for XPENG is their shipments to Norway. Norway, as we all know, is world's biggest EV market. 50% of vehicle sales in Norway are electric vehicles. And if XPENG is successful in Norway, that would be a very good indicator that they would also be successful in European Union. Now, I know has been coming out with direct offerings. Now, please do not overanalyze these direct offerings. Many hyper-growth companies, when they want to invest capital in their business, instead of borrowing from investors, they dilute their stocks so that they can raise capital, which is not a bad sign, considering that anytime XPENG has come out with their direct offerings, they have been bought on by these institutions right away. Just to give you some perspective, Tesla, when it was a very small company, used to come out with these direct offerings on a regular basis. In fact, Tesla very recently had a $5 billion direct offering. When we compare XPENG with NIO delivered 17,000 vehicles in Q4 2020. Clearly, XPENG is beating NIO in percent growth. In terms of its stock, the RSI is in the oversold category. The stock currently stands at $47.82. The catalyst for XPENG stock would be its earnings, increased sales month over month. My price prediction for XPENG by the end of 2021 would be $115, where I see a 140% upside potential in this stock. And that is the reason why I bought BYD and XPENG. Now let's take a look at the third EV stock that I bought, Li Auto, ticker LIE. Li Auto sold 32,624 electric vehicles in 2020. In December alone, they sold over 6,000 vehicles, which is 530% growth when you compare that with 2019. And when you compare this number with November 2020, it's a 32% growth. In Q4 alone, they have sold over 14,000 vehicles, which is a growth of 67% when you compare it with Q3 2020. Now we have to remember, Li Auto introduced its first model, its only model, in December 2019. And with just one model, they have been able to catch up with the competition. Again, when we compare this with NIO, Li Auto has been clearly beating NIO in percent growth. On the same lines of direct offerings that we just discussed, do not overanalyze Li Auto. It's a good sign. In terms of if they come out with these direct offerings, do they get capitalized or do they get bought easily by the institutions? And for Li Auto, that has been the case. If we look at the technical chart for Li Auto, the RSI is again in the oversold category. And I think the catalyst for Li Auto would be its earnings. I expect them to beat the earnings. And I also expect Li Auto to come out with newer models in 2021. By the end of 2021, I expect Li Auto's stock price target to be 96, which is a 200% upside potential from its current stock price. All right, moving on to Bitcoin. For Bitcoin, we have seen a pullback from 42,000, from a peak of 42,000 to a low of approximately 30,000. I consider this pullback as healthy. And the reason why I say that is because in the last 30 days, Bitcoin price has gone from 18,000 to 42,000, which is more than doubling. I'm not worried about this pullback. And the reason is continued stimulus packages. Bitcoin is considered a hedge against inflation and the reduced value of dollar because of these stimulus packages. The way I see Bitcoin is like gold. Investors, institutions would like to hedge against the growing debt on US economy, and to protect themselves, investors and institutions are investing in Bitcoin and also in gold. Since its drop from 42,000 to 30,000, Bitcoin price has been trading sideways, as we can see in the chart. It's not going below the 38% marker here. It has been trending between the 78% and the 50% marker. That is a good sign. The catalyst for Bitcoin would be passing off the stimulus package by the new Congress. How do you make money when the Bitcoin price has been trending sideways? The way I'm trading Bitcoin right now is buy it when it drops somewhere around 33, 34, 35,000, then sell it around 37, 38, or 39,000. This way, in a very short period of time, I'm able to make 7 or 8% returns. This will be my strategy until the stimulus package is passed by the Congress. Long term, I am bullish on Bitcoin. We have to understand that there is a limited supply of Bitcoin. They cannot make more than 21 million Bitcoins. With the limited supply and increased demand, the price of Bitcoin could reach 105,000 by the end of 2021, which is a 200% upside potential considering a base price of 35,000 for Bitcoin. So this is my playbook. Well, that's it for today. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and share this video with your friends and family. This helps me grow my YouTube channel and bring out this content to my YouTube family. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.